subtracting integers. Remember, an integer is a negative or positive whole number. On a number line, that's 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, and the opposite, which goes the opposite direction, -1, -2, and -3, and so on. We're going to use a lot of number lines to really get this concept down before we leave the number line. So let's use a number line to subtract the integers -6 minus 3. Well, here's our number line, and it really doesn't matter where we start, but I'm going to go ahead and go towards the middle right now to make sure that I've got enough room to move anywhere. And I'm going to put -6 right there. Minus means we go to the left. So we're going to go 3 hops to the left. 1, 2, 3. What number is that? -6, -7, -8, -9 is -6 minus 3. Did you notice that the magnitude or size of the number seemed to get bigger? Use the number line to subtract the integers. Well, here is another number line. And once again, I'm just going to kind of put this in the middle here, -8. Now here's the rule if we're going to use a number line. Subtraction always goes to the left, but if this number is negative, you have to change direction. Subtraction says we go to the left, but it's negative, so we're going to go to the right. 2 spaces. 1, 2. What number is that? -8, we're going to the right. -7, -6 seems to be that number. Okay, and there's our answer. It's almost like we really subtracted the numbers there. Interesting. Subtract the integers. And I don't see anything about a number line here. So why don't we go back a little bit to one of our earlier slides. Negative minus, well, it's like a positive number there. Same thing here. We had -6 minus 3. Let's ignore the whole negative and minus stuff for a second here. What happened between 6, 3, and this 9? Well, 6 plus 3 is 9, isn't it? We have a negative, and you can hear me say this a lot, that often the words subtraction or negative can sometimes be used interchangeably. This is effectively a -3, so to speak, that we might be adding. Or you can consider that we're adding subtracting a positive 3. But the point is, since we added in that case, this seems to follow the same pattern. We can go ahead and do that again. We know it's going to be -21. You want to check that out? Let's check that out with that number line. Here's -8. We're going to the left, 13 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 off the page. That's negative 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're right. So let's subtract these integers. Well, didn't we have something similar to this earlier? I think we did. Here we go. Let's ignore all the signs. We have an 8 of some kind, a 2 of some kind, and a 6 of some kind. What did we do? Well, 8 minus 2 is 6, isn't it? Certainly is. And we can use that fact here. Or can we? Is this exactly the same as the other one? Not really, because the last one, if you remember, the first number was negative. But here, the first number is positive. So let me teach you a little saying or a little trick here. Anytime you subtract a negative, you remember this from your English class? A double negative is a positive. So if you see that we are subtracting a negative, we're really just adding together. 15 plus 9, 24. My goodness, am I sure about that? Hey, tell you what, since this is new, let's check with that number line again. Here is 15. Remember, minus says to go to the left, but it's a negative number, so what do? Change direction. So we go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What number is that? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I think we're on to something. And here we go. Subtract the integers. Let's just go ahead and do that. Minus negative. Just like in your English class, a double negative is positive. So we're really doing negative 7 plus 19. And since they are different signs, and it's addition now, we're just going to go ahead and subtract them and keep the magnitude of the larger one. 19 is the larger one, so the answer is going to be positive. And 19 minus 7 is 12. And finally, let's do this as a word problem. The average temperature in Juneau, Alaska in December is negative 15 degrees. The average temperature in Atlanta, Georgia in December is 58 degrees. What is the difference in the temperatures of the two cities? So we're looking for the difference between negative 15 and positive 58. In effect, they both look like they're negative. So like we talked about before, all we're really doing is adding the numbers together, which is going to give us 73 degrees difference. And that makes sense, doesn't it? Because if we have a number line, and here's 0 degrees, 58 degrees is somewhere over here, and negative 15 degrees is somewhere over here. Well, so the distance for all of that is going to need to be, well, it's bigger than 15, it's bigger than 58.